Ladies and gents, this is your personal virus, and it is a pleasure for me to welcome you here to this special video. 400 subscribers. Thank you guys so very much, especially since the channel is going as slow as it hasn't in, I don't know, in years maybe even. I've been not really busy, but I've had a lot of health problems, sadly. Good news is though, it's all looking up, it's all getting better, we're getting better, things are coming back to normal. So hopefully everything will be where it used to be very soon again. And I know we haven't done a 200 sub special. I'm sorry about that. I know we haven't done a 300 sub special. I'm sorry about that. I'm trying not to focus so much on subscribers because I don't want that to be a big topic, you know? I don't want to be like, hey, subscribe to me, because I don't know why you should. I think if people like my stuff, they will anyways. I don't have to tell them to. But as a thank you, I think a subscriber special is a cool thing, and I have something for you today that I wanted to finish by the time when we reach 200 subs. But you guys blew me away because I never thought we would get such a kick. Like, it literally, if you go to Social Blade or something, check out they have an animated curve of how many people watch my videos and everything, and it's a big jump, a big jump. It's really crazy. So once again, thank you guys. But now I will stop the rambling and we will get into things. And there you see things. We are in Blender, a free 3D animation software thingy. With Blender I made my current intro, which not all of you guys like, which I can totally understand. First off, it's too long. Second, it's Minecraft. And we are past the state where the channel is Minecraft only for ages now. But it took me a very long time to get this bad boy here done. Yup, new intro, finally done. I'm super excited. I haven't seen it rendered out yet, but let's talk about what we have here. This is a little virus. It's based on the things I made when we did the channel overhaul, the new layout for the thumbnails and the channel artwork and everything. So I thought, let's pick that up because it's quite a good idea. Virus as a creator name, so why not as a channel theme as well? So we have these little guys. If I were to render them out, you see that you don't see too much. There we go. It's just pretty much what we have in the thumbnail as well. But this is not all. This is only, you know, this is where I started, and then I was like, what to do with it? What to do with it? We can't just have the virus. But if I go to that guy over here and bring in another layer, just like that, then you see that we will have at least some writing. And what many channels do is have kind of dancing text. So I managed to get this text curved and make it move its size depending on the music. This video clip already has music, and as you can see, if I move the cursor here, the music, no, not the music, the letters are kind of dancing to the music, which is good, which is cool. So we will have that, but that'll not be all there is to it. This is only the smallest part of it. Let me show you the size of this scene. Yeah, it's a bit big, isn't it? And if I show you everything, then you suddenly have, we don't need that, I don't know, a face with a long nose, but it's a lot. My idea was to kind of have the new intro be in a way that we have a flash, and then it zooms in, some sort of effect that looks like we're zooming in, and then we have zoomed in so far that we are at a level where we have all the little viruses, not just one of them, tons of them. There we go. My PC is very troubled with recording my screen, recording the webcam, and pre-rendering all that. A lot of viruses, right? And that was my first challenge when making this intro. Because as you could see in the beginning, we had two. And I thought if I want to create the effect that we are at a molecular level, like really small, then we'd need a lot. And if I copy and paste all of these guys, make them, you know, rotate them so that they don't all look the same and everything, that'll take forever. Luckily, Blender is a smart program. We can create particle systems. And if I select the right thing here, yeah, you have the particle system for my little viruses. I just had to tell them to use the virus object for each particle, and this way I could tell it to, you know, move them around, which is really cool. They are moving during the intro clip. I could tell them to rotate them randomly, which, as we will see, is not even necessary, but this made my life so much easier. So inside this, don't rotate it, inside this sphere, we have tons of viruses. And in order to make my PC able to render it, we will get rid of this sphere for now and focus on that thing. That is what I want to be the zooming in effect. So this is what you will see with the camera. And this is the first shot, camera angle. And we will move through this square shaped thingy. It has another particle system itself. And as you can see, we will move through all these little dots, which is kind of cool. In the background, I just added some spheres that are dancing to the music just because I thought it could look cool. So yeah, you might think that, well, we're moving through these things, that's not too much. Let me show you how it looks rendered out. And you will agree that it doesn't look like too much. It looks a bit like space, doesn't it? But what I did was finally learn how to do post-processing in Blender, add proper effects and everything. And if I render this guy out properly, then it looks a lot different. There we go, that took a while. You see that everything gets blurred and stretched out. And that, I hope, will create the effect that things are flying by really fast, almost like in a warp scene from some Star Trek movie or something, and that we're closing in, and then there will be an explosion. Let me show you that. Let me get rid of the render view, else my PC will be totally KO'd out. I need all my objects. You can see that thing right here in the center, and at around this point it'll just stretch out like a boom, and that will be the transition into the virus scene. So we'll have these three parts. We will fly through, we will have the explosion, we'll be inside all these little viruses, then we'll have the dancing virus X plays, and then we'll have that. And that is what I think will make this intro really cool for me. Right now it says stranded deep, but I can just edit that. I could just delete the text, say banished, for example, zip, and then we have the banished text here. I need to get back into camera view. It'll dance to the music, just as the other text did. But for those of you who are with me for a little longer, let me actually move it a bit down. See, that's how easy that is. Oh, too far. For those of you who are with me for a bit longer, though, you might remember that the color of the viruses is meant to indicate what type of game it is. Red stands for survival and action, green stands for sandbox and things like that. I can change that really easily too. We have the main texture for all the viruses, and all I have to do is to change the color. And then we could have green. If we render that out now, you'll see that it still looks good, just different color. And this is really neat. Disadvantage with that, I have to render out the whole intro. No, not the whole thing. I can keep the part, the warp space zooming in part for all types of intros, but I have to re-render the part where we fly through the viruses. That I have to re-render for every intro type, like survival games, sandbox games, alpha games. So yeah, why aren't you rendering? Well, whatever, it doesn't like me, doesn't want to render. We don't have to focus on that. Oh, this guy still has a different color. I can fix that easily, but that's the idea. And then I still have to only render out this section, basically starting here until we are past the title of the game. This I have to do for every game, which will be a bit of work, but it's not too bad. Rendering the whole video out. I've done it once in the red version with Stranded Deep as the game title. Took 3 days, because my PC keeps crashing. It can't do it all straight. Blender is still in alpha, there are a few issues with it, and my PC has issues too, because it's my PC. I have issues, so my PC has issues. So yeah, but I render it out as images, not as a video, and we can check that out in just a minute. But let me show you the third and the last scene. First is the zooming in, then with the flyby with the game and the channel title, and this will be kind of the outro of the intro. You just have the viruses flying by there. Everything looks kind of nice, and that will be when we zoom back out, kinda, and get back into the game. The whole intro is supposed to be at a max 10 seconds long. The actual animation is 8 seconds, and we have a few transitions, which I haven't worked out fully yet, so we will see. But one more thing. We said we wanted to look like we're really zoomed in, like on a molecular level, and that was a bit difficult for me to achieve. Then I remembered the game Spore. If you guys have seen it, played it, then you know that this game starts at a molecular level too. Everything's really tiny, and that game made it so that you can see yourself focused clearly, but everything that is further away from you is blurred, and everything that is closer to you is blurred too. So you really only have a very small field of vision depth where you see things sharply, and that I did here too. And let me show you how that looks. Maybe not on this picture, maybe choose... Yeah, that one looks nice. Let me render that one out. Okay, here we go. I hope the PC is able to record my voice still, even though it's super busy right now. That would be the scene as it looks. Very busy, a lot going on, definitely too much. But if we add the depth of field thing, then it'll change drastically. I added a few more things, not just blurring. I also, you'll see, it looks cool, and I hope it will look really nice once it's a video. We're almost there. There we go. What do you think? It looks like a lot right now, but I think once you see it in a moving animation, it should all look good. Alrighty. So once I was done with all that, and the PC was finally done rendering all the images, I had this. This is every single frame rendered out as an image now. And you might be like, virus, that's a bit inconvenient. Luckily it's not. This is Movie Studio 13 from Sony. Basically it's like Sony Vegas, just a cheaper version. This is what I use for editing, and it has the really nice option that I can say add media. It's German because I'm German, I'm sorry about that. I click the first image of this folder, I say open as a sequence. The last image will be 650, which is how many images there are. And then I just say open it. 60 frames per second, because that's what the video will be. I say okay, and there we have it. Looks like only a single file, but that is actually the whole animation. If I zoom in, you can see that this is it. So conveniently easy. If I want to change anything, like the color of the viruses, for example, I just have to replace these images. If I want to change the game title, I replace these images. It should work out fairly well, but now let me render this guy out. Let me zoom the camera big again, because we'll focus on that now, so I can show you the transitions. I'll try to work them out, and you'll see them before. No, you won't see them before I see them, but you know what I mean. You'll see them in just a second. Righty. I don't know how it looks yet. I'm finishing the recordings before I do the editing, so I hope it was as cool as I think it should be. All fingers crossed there. But once again, let me thank you so much for your support on the channel. Really makes me so very happy, and I'm trying all I can to live up to that. Like, if you guys are so supportive, I feel like I can't just slack off. I have to get my health problems out of the way, under control, be fit again, and be me again. So we will still go for, at the very least, one Stranded video a week, one Minecraft video a week. Basically, one of all the series I have now. One of these every week is my minimum goal that I couldn't fulfill at all in the past few weeks. I'm very sorry. And one thing I was thinking about was maybe starting a new series, which I know is a bad idea since we can't keep up with the ones we have, but Planet Coaster is out. I love that game, and I think it makes for really good video content. So I don't know if you're still watching. Maybe some people are still watching, could be. And you're interested in seeing that game on the channel, let me know in the comments. I'm still not sure if I will bring it up or not. In theory, for me, it's a definite yes, but my problem is time. I don't want to cut back the series we have at the moment even further. Adding another one will definitely be more stressful. We'll see. You guys let me know what you think. But once again, thank you all so very much for your support. With that, I'll be out. I hope I will see you in the episodes. This was a personal virus, and I hope I got you infected. Oh, what? You just KO'd him like that?
I aimed at the Cyberman of the GM ran into.
It can go anywhere? Are you kidding me? That is amazing. Oh, that is so cool. Can we have another?